Hi everyone, my name is Tali Ash. I am a product manager for Microsoft, and I'm very excited to be here today in a product school event. I would like to start with a short introduction to what we are going to discuss today. The product manager role or the PM role, it sounds good, attractive, it has the word manager in it. I think that the product management profession is very unique for two reasons. First, there is no one definition for product manager. It can be very different between organizations, and even within the same organization, it is different between teams. Second, there is no one way you should follow to become a product manager. There is no specific degree you should go to the university, study, graduate, and then apply to PM positions. More than that, in many PM positions, you will see that one of the requirements is to have prior experience as a product manager. So how do you start? How do you get to your first PM role? Therefore, I decided to share with you today from my own experience to give you a better understanding of what is it, some ways you can follow to be a product manager, and hopefully help you a bit understand if this is what you are looking for. This is our agenda for today. I will introduce myself. We will talk about my journey to product manager and the way I made to become a PM, and I will share with you a bit from my experience as product manager. So let's start. My name is Tali Ash. I'm from Haifa, Israel, which is a beautiful city near the Mediterranean Sea, as you can see in the picture below. We also have a mountain, Mount Carmel, which Haifa is located at. And the picture at the top is the view that I have from my own balcony. These are some of my hobbies. I really like to bake and cook. I did it a lot in the last year during all the lockdowns. I also love to read. This is the recent book that I read. I warmly recommend about it, but I'm warning you that it will make you want to travel to Italy. I also love to do sport and work out. And I also love to travel, which I miss a lot. The picture at the right is a photo I took in the last time I was in New York City, just in the beginning of COVID. And in the last 3.5 years, I'm working as product manager in Microsoft. And this is why I came today to talk to you. How did I start? So to be honest, at the beginning of the journey, I didn't know about product manager. I had no idea this role exists. When I was a child, I actually played professional tennis, and my dream was to be the next Sharapova. But just before high school, my wrist didn't allow it, and I stopped playing professional tennis. And around the same time, we had to choose our main classes for high school. And I chose to study computer science, which was my first step in the tech world, in this domain. I really, really enjoyed it. It was one of my favorite classes, if not the favorite at school. And during in the middle of 10th grade, my teacher came to me and told me about a special program that we have in Haifa University that is allowing high school students to study in the university for BSc in computer science in parallel to high school during the same years. And he recommended me to try and join this program. And it sounded good to me. I had time for that. School was okay, but not super interesting. And I applied for this program. The requirements were to have good grades in high school, to have recommendation from the teacher, and also to learn to study a semester in the university to study a single course, the most basic introduction to computer science, with all the other students as regular students in the university, and to finish with a good grade. And I went for it. It was a challenge. I came to the university. I was a bit in shock. It was very different from high school. And I really enjoyed this course. We learned the C language. I passed it with a good grade, and I started this program. In this program, we were studying for 3 years, all the year long, 3 semesters, in order to finish it. Again, it was together in high school. And in 2012, I graduated from Haifa University. I had my first degree in computer science. I also finished high school, of course. And in Israel, after you finish high school, the next thing you're going to do is you're joining the army, because the military service is mandatory here. And in the last years, I studied computer science, and cyber was a super popular and hot domain. It is still a super popular and hot domain. And I knew that I wanted to join some role in the cyber domain in the army. And I got accepted to one of the exclusive cyber training that are offered. And in 2012, I joined this program. I studied for another year. I can say it was the best training I got, the best teachers, the best knowledge that I got in the cyber domain and in computer science in general. And after I finished the training, I started to do my job in the army. I was a part of a R&D team, operational R&D team. I developed, I researched, I did everything that I had to do in order to execute the cyber operations that we had. And after 3 years, 2.5 years actually, I went to the officer course. This was a goal that I set to myself from the beginning. When I joined the military service, I knew that I wanted to be an officer. And when I finished the officer course, I came back to my unit as a team leader. I led the team that I was just part of, and I really, really enjoyed it. I like to be a team leader. It was very different from before, and I also felt very ready for it. I like to lead the team, to lead the missions, to lead the operations, to prioritize tasks, to distribute it between the different team members. Also, all the managing aspects of managing people, which is a challenge by its own. During this role, I also got to know many different people and to work with so many different teams in the unit, technological teams, not technological teams, outside the unit. And I enjoyed working with people and all this networking and collaboration. During the same time as a team leader, my unit also allowed me to go and study a few days a week. And I decided that I want to enrich my knowledge, extend it beyond computer science. And I started my master's degree. I did an executive master's program in diplomacy and security in Tel Aviv University, which I also enjoyed a lot. It's got me out from the cyber and computers world like once or twice a week. I studied new things, very different from everything that I studied before. I also met great people from the military, from the government, from different areas. And I also believe that it taught me some skills and perspectives that also helped me as a team leader, and for sure in the PM role that I later got to. And in 2017, after 5 years in the military service, my contract, I can say, was going to end. And I had to ask myself what I would like to do. Would I like to continue and serve in the army, or I would like to go out to the civilian's life, this is how we call it here, and to work in high tech. And this was the first dilemma, because my unit was my home, it was my family. I knew everyone, I knew what we are doing. I had a confidence of what I'm doing. I had a clear career development path. And I also really liked it. Every day I felt that I'm saving people's life and I'm having big impact in the world and in my country. But on the other hand, also the high tech was it sounded good, and I was curious how it is to work not in the military. It is super different. And at the end, I chose to leave the military service and to get out, which led me to the second dilemma: what I am going to do, because I'm only 24 years old with 5 years of experience from the military service. But I'm only 24 years old, and I managing people, and I knew that when I get outside to the high tech, I might not be able to manage people because I'm too young, and most of the people have more experience than me and they are older than me. But I didn't want to get back to what I did before. I didn't want to sit in front of the computer all day and like to be a software engineer or researcher. I really like the management and working with so many people all the day. And I knew that I also want to be technical. I wanted to stay in the technological area. I like the cyber domain. And I try to find out what I can do. What are the roles out there that I can do one of them. And I talked with so many people. I had so many conversations with my family, friends from home, friends from the military service, friends that were with me on the military service but went outside. So they told me, how is it like? They also told me to come and join them. And in one of the conversations, someone told me if I thought about a product manager, maybe I can be a product manager. And I didn't know what is a product manager. First time I hear about it. In my unit, we didn't have product managers. And he explained me, and it sounded really, really good because it sounded like it has the balance that I was looking for between management and leading, but still staying technological and not working in front of the computer all day. And this is how I got the idea of product management. I started to read a lot about it, to search in the internet, to look for PM positions, and to try to understand if I can do it because I was not a product manager. However, I gained 5 years of experience in cybersecurity in an elite unit that here in Israel many people are appreciate and value. Um, so I decided that I will look for PM positions in the cyber domain, working that are in organizations that are working on cybersecurity products. And from reading the PM positions, the requirements, I also believe that I have those skills because I was managing a team, an operational team. I was managing people. I led operations, and I believed in myself that I can fit a PM position. So I decided to leverage my expertise, and I looked for PM positions in cybersecurity companies. And I used my network. I used everyone that I know. I wrote very, very good CVs and just shared them with everyone I knew, family, friends, someone that I heard that is working in this company. I got them my CV and told them, if you can put inside, maybe something will get out of it. And this is how I started to get interviews. And at the end, I decided to join Microsoft as a product manager. And my first role was very, very, very technical. I understood that they got me into this position thanks to the great experience that I gained in my unit. It was exactly what they are looking for. And this was my way. What I did, I leveraged my experience and expertise in the cyber domain to join a PM positions in the same domain. However, this is not the only way. There are more ways you can follow to be product managers, and I want to share it with you. So first of all, maybe some of you are already working in other positions, engineer, QA, sales, and in your company, you also have a PM role. This is something that you can leverage. You can be the best in what you're doing right now and set your expectation first with yourself and then with your manager that you would like to be a product manager. You need to gain the right skills. You need to take tasks that will give you those skills towards become a product manager. You need to create for yourself visibility, that people will know who you are, that what you are doing, and that they will believe that you're capable of being a product manager, and to start navigating toward a transition from one discipline to product manager. This is possible. I know several people that did it. It is very, very common. And sometimes in the same organization, it can just work because they know who you are, they value you, they believe that you have the skills and you can do this shift. So this is another way. If you're not in a specific company yet and you are looking for your next challenge and you want to become product managers, but you see that it is difficult at this point, but maybe you have other experience, it will be easier for you to start as a project manager maybe, or again as an engineer or data analyst. Sometimes you should compromise and start with another role that you already know to do, that you can get accepted to it, with the idea and the goal in your mind to start from role X, but at the end you want to be a product manager. Because again, once you're inside a company and you are doing a great job and you're creating visibility and other people see you, you create for yourself the skills, it will be easier to do this shifting. So sometimes it is easier to get in as one role, and at some points to do the transition inside the organization for product management. And the last way that I wanted to offer is to find and to search for junior PM roles, because I know it is not very common, but they exist. Also, companies offer special programs that are educating PMs from the beginning. You don't need to have any experience as product manager. Again, you just need to have the skills. They need to be impressed by you that you can be a product manager, and to try to apply. Several companies offer such programs from time to time. There are also junior PM positions. So just search for those, and I'm sure that you will find them. So yes, this is my journey to product manager. At 2017, I joined Microsoft, and in the last 3.5 years, this is what I'm doing. I started to work on Azure Advanced Threat Protection product, part of a team that got acquired by Microsoft. It was a very small team. It felt like a family, like a small startup in a big corporate. After 2 years, I switched teams and I moved to work on Microsoft 365 Defender, which is where I am today, still in the cyber domain. And these teams are very, very different. One was like small, dynamic startup. The other one is huge, big, with very established and well-known processes. And sometimes this move felt like I switched companies. However, in both teams, I found the common elements for me as a product manager, which is what I summarized in these slides. I believe that these are the most important elements, and also the things that I love the most about being a product manager. We'll start from left to right. So the first question that I get a lot is if I'm managing people. And no, I am not managing people. As a product manager, I'm managing the product, a part of the product, but I am part of a product team. We have our manager that is leading the team. We also have a group product manager or GPM, which is leading the entire product and the entire PM organization. As I said, my team is very big. We are around 12 PMs. Under the GPM, we have 2 product teams working on different pillars and aspects of the product. And the PM organization is not alone. It is part of the R&D team or R&D group that is working on the product and developing it. Together with our organization, there is the engineering, software engineers that are working front end, backend, service engineers. There can be researchers team, designers, data scientists, and all these teams together building the R&D group that is developing the product. The product managers are leading the product definition and strategy. We are defining what is the product, what are the goals, what are the problems that we are going to solve, what is the market that we are targeting to be part of and hopefully to lead, who are the personas that are going to use our product and features on daily basis. And according to it, we are building the backlogs, what we should do next, what we should invest, what we should develop, what we should improve, what we should continue to do. We are defining agendas or backlogs or tasks for short-term and long-term. Specifically myself and our team, we are working in semesters. Each semester we are dividing to Q and we have to quarter, and we have very, very clear understanding what we are going to achieve at the end of the quarter and then the end of the semester. And from that we can even derive for sprints, for weeks or months. And this is what we are doing as a product manager. Specifically myself, I'm leading a feature or a pillar of the product, which is called hunting, and I'm leading it end to end. I'm defining what it is, what are the high-level principles or the leading principles of what I'm building. I'm doing a complete analysis of my area. I'm looking at other companies, what are they doing, what I can learn from them to improve and to make into my product. I'm looking at the market, what is the expectation from us, what we should invest, what we should deliver. I'm talking to customers, which I will touch in a point, and I'm defining my feature end to end from the very high level to the very, very, very small details. I'm writing specs that's explaining what we are doing from the vision, from the goal to the super, super detailed things like where we should put this, what is the location, what we should write, and so on. And as product managers, we can define and define and define, but at the end, we need the things to get executed and to get developed. And we are not working alone. I mentioned in the beginning, we are part of the R&D team. And at the end, as product managers, we are collaborating all day long. Collaboration is the top things because we can define the strategy, the vision, we can prioritize, but at the end, we need someone to execute it. We are working super, super closely with engineering and partner teams to deliver product value to customers. For example, on my own, I have a team, engineering team that is dedicated to my feature, and I'm working with them all the time, even much more that I'm working with other product managers in my team. I'm also working with product managers from other products. We are collaborating, we are doing integrations, we are thinking together how we can collaborate to deliver value for the two products and for all the customers that are using both of them. We are also collaborating with customer success teams and with support teams that are working with customers, and we are collaborating with marketing and the people out there in the field that are selling our strategy and at the end, of course, our products to the world. So collaboration, collaboration, collaboration. My role all day is to talk to people and not only to define them, what they need to do and what are the next thing, but also to know to explain, because I need to explain them what and why we are doing. I can't just say, now we need to do that. I need to have a good understanding of the reason, of the goal, why, to justify it, and also to help them understand why they are doing it and the great value that it will provide. And it's all about communication and networking, to be able to work with other people, and to work really together with them, and not have the feelings that I'm leading, I'm defining what you need to do and do it. No, we are truly one big team, and if we will not collaborate in the best way, we will fail in deliver what we want to customers. So collaborations and working super closely with respect and with clear understanding that we are in this together, this is how we succeed to deliver the best value to our customers. And customers, it is all about customers. Here in Microsoft, we are customer obsessed. At the end, our work will be nothing if no one will use it. So customers, this is the first thing that I have in my mind. According to them, we learn and we improve and we develop, and sometimes we even drop things, because at the end, they are the most important. They are the ones that are using what I'm building on day to day. At the end, if I will not deliver them what they need, will provide them value. In my case, will help them with cyber incidents, what I'm doing. So customers, it's all about customers. We are talking regularly with customers. I have a group of customers that I'm managing personally. If I need, I can also reach out to other product managers and customer success PMs that are working with them to get what they need. We have regularly feedback sessions where we listen to them, we learn how they are using what we are building and what is working well and what not. We are also sharing with them what we are working on, what we are going to do next, and we are getting their help and perspective and insights on that. They are helping us, we call it design partners. They are helping us eventually to build better products. So in my PM roles, there is a lot of work in and out. Maybe it's something that you heard. In product manager roles, you can have inside work, which is what I talked about in collaboration, which you are working with many teams inside the organization, like engineering. And there is also the outward, that you are working with people outside your team, with marketing, with customers, and you have also this perspective. But not all the PM roles have both of them. There are PM roles that are focused only on the internal work. For example, there can be product managers that owns the researcher success. They need to make sure that researchers have everything they need to deliver their value. And such kind of product can work only inside, because maybe the customer or marketing, it's less relevant, so it's internal only. On the other hand, there are also roles that are to work only with customers, that you're managing customers, you're helping with them with deployment, you are maybe convincing them to buy your products, and all your work is with customers. And from my experience, and I really like it, I'm doing both. I'm doing the in and out, and I'm enjoying it a lot. Myself, I can't imagine myself working in a PM that will not include customer work and to talk with customers. But be aware, maybe this is maybe for you, you would like to work only internal, only external. So just have that in mind. There can be different PM roles that will do different things. And as product manager, because we have the access to customers, we are talking with them, we learn how they're using the product. We also got success stories. We understand at the end the value that we provide, because a month ago I defined something, we worked on a feature, the engineer developed it, and we deployed it to production. I have the privilege to talk to the customer and ask them, what do you think about it? How do you use to it? And I get all the feedback. Therefore, it's also my responsibility to motivate the team, because at the end, engineers, researchers, designers, any role that's not talking to customers, If we will provide them the customer feedback, the feeling, the value, will make them understand the great impact we are doing, they will do better work. They will be better engineers, better researchers. We will be together a better team. So I also see our role as product manager in motivating the team, because we have the privilege to do that. We have the connections. Sometimes I'm also asking designers and my engineer to join the calls to let them listen together with me to customers. And if we are working on a new feature and engineering is developing, a specific engineer, I can invite him or her to join the call and show and demo the feature for the customer instead of me doing that. So we have many different possibilities, and I truly believe that we have the responsibility to motivate the entire team to connect us to the goal that we are having. In my case, is to build the best security product that will provide the best security value to customers, especially in times like COVID. Many groups leverage these difficult times to run cyber attacks, and we had some real cases that we brought to our team and shared with them. This customer was attacked. See how you helped them at the end. You, the researcher, you, the engineers, you did that. You created this specific feature or alert in the product that helped them to be secure and handle it much faster or in a good way. So motivating the team is a very big thing that I think we should also enjoy, really enjoy to do. These are the 5 elements that I could think of that, again, I'm not managing. I'm part of an entire group that is working on the product. As product managers, we are leading the product definition, collaboration, communication, to clarify what you do, to justify it. It's all about it. Customers always in our mind, and to motivate the team and make everyone to be happy and proud in what they are doing. And these are the key takeaways that I hope you will take from this discussion today. There are different ways to be a product manager. Leverage my expertise is one of them. This is what I used, but there are different ways, as I shared earlier, and you should be confident in yourself. You should be creative. You should be flexible to find the way that works for you. You just need to understand that this is what you would like to do. I want to be a PM, or even I want to be something else, if after the call you understand that PM is not for you, and then navigate your way to do that. You should be a great communicator. You should be bold and collaborative, because you will not work alone. You will work all the time with many people inside the team and outside. And most important, you should understand if this is what you are looking for, because this is a journey and you need to invest in it. If you would like to be a product manager, you need to set yourself a dedicated time to work for it and build your way. So stop and think if this is what you are looking for. And if this is what you're looking for, I warmly recommend to believe in yourself and to go for it with all the power, because you will not regret it. And I would like to thank you for listening to me. I'll be happy to get your feedback. If you have also any question, feel free to reach out to me. I'm Tali Ash. I'm available in LinkedIn, in Twitter, and I hope to hear from you. So thank you very much for the opportunity to speak to you today in a product school event.